Starting with class 8 geography, then this is chapter 1. Resources. Mona and Raju were helping Amma to clean their own. Look at all these things: the clothes, utensil, food grain, comb, this is bottle of honey, books. Each of these has use, said Mona. That is why they are important, said Amma. They are resources. What is resource? Was Raju's question to Amma. Anything that can be used to satisfy a need is a resource, replied Amma. Look around you and observe. You will be able to identify many types of resources: the water you drink when you are thirsty, the electricity used in your house, the rickshaw you use to go home from school, the textbook you use to study are all resources. Your father has prepared a tasty snack for you. The fresh vegetable he has used is all resource. Water, electricity, rickshaw, vegetable, textbook have something in common. They all have been used by you, so they have a utility. Utility or usability is what makes an object a substance or a resource, or a substance a resource. Utility, usability makes it a resource. How does something become a resource? Raju now wanted to know. Amma told little children that things become resource only when they have a value. Its use as utility gives it a value. All resources have some value, said Amma. Value means worth. Some resources have economic value, some do not. For example, metals may have an economic value, a beautiful landscape may not. But both are important and satisfy human need. Value means worth. Some resources have economic value and some do not. For example, metals may have an economic value, a beautiful landscape may not. Value means worth. Some resources have economic value, some do not. For example, metal may have an economic value, but a beautiful landscape may not. But both are important to satisfy human need. Some resources will become economically valuable with time. Your grandmother's home remedies have no commercial value today, but if they are patented and sold by the medical firm tomorrow, they could become economically valuable. Patent means the exclusive right over an idea or any invention. Time and technology are two important factors that can change substance into resources. Both are related to the needs of the people. People themselves are the most important resource. It is their idea, उनका knowledge, their नहीं knowledge को करते हैं invention and discoveries that lead to the creation of more resources. Each discovery or invention leads to many others. The discovery of fire led to the practice of cooking and other process, while the invention of the wheel ultimately resulted in development of newer modes of transport. The technology to create hydroelectricity had turned energy in fast-moving, flowing water into the important and to resource. Technology is the application of the latest knowledge and skills in making or doing things. A very valuable, so I am a resource to a very valuable one type of resources. Resources are generally classified into natural, human, man-made, and a human. Resources that are drawn from the nature and used without much modification are called natural resources. The air we breathe, the water the water in our rivers and the lake, the soil, the minerals are all natural resources. Many of these resources are free gift from nature and can be used directly. In some cases, tools and technology may be needed to use natural resources in the best possible way. Natural resources can be broadly categorized into renewable and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources are those which get renewed or replaced quickly. Some of them are unlimited and are not affected by human activity, as solar and wind energy. Yet careless use of certain renewable resources like water, soil, and forest can affect their stock. Water seems to be an unlimited renewable resource, but shortage and drying up of natural water resource is a major problem in many parts of the world today. Non-renewable resources are those which have limited stock. Once the stock is exhausted, it may take thousands of years to be renewed or replenished. Since this period is much more than human lifespan, such resources are considered non-renewable. Coal, petroleum, natural gas are some example. The distribution of the natural resource depends upon the number of the physical factors like terrain, climate, and water attitude. The distribution of resources are unequal because these factors differ so much over the earth. Closest stock of resource, it is the amount of the resource available for use. Human-made resources. Sometimes natural resources become resources. Natural substance become resource only when their original form has been changed. Iron ore was not a resource until the people learned to extract iron from it. People use natural resource to make building, bridges, road, machinery, and vehicles, which are known as human-made resource. Technology is also a sometimes natural substances become resource only when the original form has been changed. Iron ore was not a resource until people learned to extract iron from it. People use natural resources to make building, bridges, road, machinery, vehicles, which are known as human-made resources. Technology is also a human-made resource. So people like us use natural resources to make human-made resource, said Mona, nodding in an understanding. Human resource. Okay. Human resources. People can make the best use of nature to create more resources when they have the knowledge and the skill. And crops due to the drought. Can I find a solution? That's it. It's all thanks to the knowledge, education, and skill we could find a solution. Human resource refers to a number, that is quantity and abilities, mental and physical, of the people. Number and abilities of the people. Though there are differing views regarding the treatment of human as a resource, one cannot deny the fact that it is the skill of a human that help in transferring the physical material into a valuable resource. Though, okay, one cannot deny the fact that it is the skill of human that help in transferring the physical material into a valuable resource. Read and Bodna. Humans are interdependent on each other. Farmers provide food grains for everyone. Scientists suggest various means to combat problems related to agriculture and improve farm production. Technology do so. That is why human beings are special resource. People are human resource. Education and health help in making people a valuable resource. Improving the quality of the people's skills so that they are able to create more resources known as human resource development. उनकी क्वालिटी और स्किल बढ़ाते रहना जिसकी वजह से वो और रिसोर्स क्रिएट कर सके उसे कहते हैं ह्यूमन रिसोर्स डेवलपमेंट. Okay, conserving resources. Mona had a nightmare. She dreamed that all the water on the earth had dried up and all the trees had cut down. There was no shade and nothing to eat or drink. People were suffering and roaming around desperately looking for food and the shade. She told her mother about the dream. Amma, can this really happen? Yes, Amma replied. If we are not careful, then even renewable resources can become very scarce and the non-renewable ones can definitely get exhausted. What can we do about it? Sustainable development, carefully utilizing resources so that beside meeting the requirement of the present, also take care of the future generation. Using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called resource conservation. Balancing the need to use resources and also देखो मैं यूज़ तो करना ही है बट वी हैव टू बैलेंस द नीड टू यूज रिसोर्सेज एज वेल टू कंजर्व देम फॉर फ्यूचर इज कॉल्ड सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट. देयर आर मेनी वेज ऑफ कंजर्विंग द रिसोर्सेज. ईच पर्सन कैन कंट्रीब्यूट बाय रिड्यूसिंग consumption कम करो recycle करो you use the ultimately it makes a difference because all of our lives are linked. That evening the children and their friends made packets and shopping bags out of the old newspaper, discarded clothes and basket from bamboo stick. We will give a few to every family we know, said Mona. After all it is for a very good cause, said Mustafa, to save our resource and to keep our earth alive. I am going to be very careful not to waste paper, said JC. Many trees are cut down to make paper. I will see that electricity is not wasted in my house. It was shouted Mustafa. Electricity comes from water and coal. I will make sure that the water is not wasted at home, said Raja. A bit of water is patient. Together we can make a difference and chorus the children. There are some other things Mona, Raju and their friend did. What about you? How are you going to help in conserving resources? The future of our planet and its people is linked with our ability to maintain. देखो future हमारे पूरे planet का और people का is linked with our ability to maintain and preserve the life support system that nature provides. Therefore, it is our duty to ensure that all uses of renewable resources are sustainable. The diversity of life on Earth is conserved. The damage to natural environment system is minimized. एक मिनट. All uses of renewable resources are sustainable. All uses of renewable resources are sustainable. Renewable जो renew करते हैं उनको sustainable है. The diversity of the life on the earth is conserved. The damage to natural environment is minimized. Respect and care for all forms of life, improve the quality of human life, conserve the earth's respect and care for all forms of life, improve the quality of human life, conserve the earth's vitality and diversity, minimize the depletion of natural resources, change personal attitude and practice toward the environment, enable communities to care for their own environment. Thank you.